All right, everybody, and I do mean everybody, we have reached a critical juncture. We are at a time where I think it's getting a little bit nerve-wracking for people, and I want to remind everyone, no pressure, no diamonds. Also, you've heard the phrase, no risk it, no biscuit. To give you one more corny cliche saying, nothing worth having is easy, right? It's always going to be hard, and we are in the thick of it right now. So to everybody that's losing their mind, hang tight. We're going to cover a lot today. I'm going to hopefully have you guys coming away from this feeling better like you usually do. I try to keep these things on a positive tip, but there's some things I've noticed, some things I'm going to bring to your attention. So ride with me. Let's do it. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video, former car vlogger. Now I'm an independent citizen journalist. You have made that possible for me. Your donations through Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo have made this possible. This is my work, and you have now provided the revenue. So thank you, everyone who has done that. It's a little bit sketchy trusting YouTube for ad revenue and the way that they censor people like me. So thank you, everybody who has clicked on one of those three links and made this possible. Also, really quickly, my shameless self-promotion, RedRacerVideo.com, our unmasked t-shirts. I told you guys I got a bunch of them yesterday. Good news, bad news. You absolutely blew me away with your response yesterday or last night and today. More shirt sales, 2 days in a row, 2 biggest days I've ever had in a row. As a result, I'm a one-man band. I went to bed last night at 4 o'clock. I woke up again at 9 o'clock this morning, saw my phone, and about fell out of my bed because of the orders. I started working on shirts and getting orders out when I woke up at 9. I finished today at like 4:45, almost 5 o'clock. So I got every order out that went in today except for the ones that came in real late. You may get your shirt 1 day late, some of you that ordered the last thing yesterday because of me just being overwhelmed today. I'm sorry, but thank you everyone who did that. RedRacerVideo.com, link in the description. All right, here we go. So there's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot that I think is getting people to the point where they're ready to crack. And I want to just kind of have today's video be a little bit of like it's almost, in my opinion, this isn't to knock anyone because I know this is all an emotionally charged situation. I know there's a lot happening, right? But a lot of this is like some Captain Obvious stuff that I want to just remind people of to keep people grounded. I know it's really hard to stay on the straight and narrow when you've just got all of this information coming at you nonstop. And it is by design, so remind yourselves every day. A, the news is full of crap. 2, the news is full of crap. And D, they do this on purpose. They know what they're doing. They want the nation freaking out. They want us panicked. They want us scared. They want us to lose track. They want us to lose focus of what's happening, okay? They just do. That's where we're at. Imagine for a minute, if you will, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad for me because, to be honest with you, things are going really well. The channel's growing. The shirts are selling. You guys have helped me replace my income so that I can continue to do this. Things are going really, really well. Having said that, people like me are in the crosshairs right now, and I do feel it. To the people out there, like, man, thank you for doing this. Like, you put yourself out there a little bit. I do, to be quite honest, and I do take heat for it. I do take flack from it. It has cost me relationships. It has cost me professional relationships. This is not awesome. It's not fun. Our country is at war. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not. So please don't take this as a shot at anyone. But it kind of is a reminder to me just how spoiled rotten we have become as a nation. Because the tough times that a lot of us are experiencing, and I'm not talking to those of you who live in cities that are like in turmoil and they're getting burnt to the ground. I can't even imagine what it's like to be in one of those cities. And to what I just said about, me being under the gun or me being in the crosshairs as a QAnon or whatever, I know that is still in comparison nothing to what a lot of people are dealing with. So I don't want you to feel like I'm playing my violin here, but every one of us is dealing with this in our own way. Right? We've all got our struggle in this situation. Some of us don't have work. Some of us have kids that are out of school. Some of us have relationship strains because of it. Some of us, think about it. Think about all the different angles that this is affecting people through. And now let's add into it that they just keep dumping stuff on top of us nonstop. Again, back to me a little bit, and back to not just me, all of the QAnons, all of the bakers, all of the people that are supporting this movement and trying to help people wake up. Think about the things that are being said about us right now. Again, kind of to give you some numbered bullet points here, start off with the fact that because they're talking about us and the movement, it's not a bad thing. They have to now. We have become so big, and I say we, you and I, all of us, the people watching these and the people creating these. We are all part of the Great Awakening. We are all in the crosshairs now because we have all gotten a lot of traction. The movement has gained steam. People are paying attention. They're starting to do the research. They're going down the rabbit hole. So what have we seen recently? A full court press by the media and by celebrities and all these different people to try and label all of us conspiracy theorists and try and label us a bunch of things that we're not. The best part of this, in my opinion, and I know this sounds bad, but I look at this as a positive. I really do. I try to always look at the silver lining. I'm a positivity guy. I'm a positive vibes only guy, even though sometimes I know I get on here and go off a little bit. But I really do try to just, I can't let myself just go down that negative path. I can't. It's unhealthy. For what it's worth, I don't think any of you should either. So as I say that to illustrate this point. Yes, they're going to come after us. Yes, they're going to be talking a whole bunch of crap. The things that they're saying about us, we're racists and murderers and all these, they're basically trying to paint us with the paintbrush that they should be painting Black Lives Matter and Antifa with. Why are they doing that? I'll tell you why. I think, and a lot of the channels that I follow, links in the description to my sources, very, very good sources, haven't led me astray in like 3.5 years, and that's what I go with. I stick with the information that works. And to anybody out there real quick that sends me emails and says, hey, go look at this. Honestly, I'm sorry, but I never do. A, because I don't have any time, and B, because there's just so much bad information out there, and it isn't to knock anyone sending the information, but I, again, have some sources that really have just not let me down in a long time, and I just, it's one of those, if it's not broke, don't fix it things, right? Circling back to all the bad things that are being said about us, these are positives, because what's going to happen when they start painting us with that paintbrush? People are going to start looking our accounts up, and people are going to start trying to figure this out for themselves, and when they do, they're going to find out that we are nothing like what they're trying to say we are in the media. It's honestly, I think it's insanely counterproductive on their part, because people are going to do the homework. Yeah, you're going to have a bunch of the people, like the people out there just still brainlessly wearing a mask and convinced that this is like an actual pandemic and that all of their family's going to die from it. Again, I know that if you're old, I know if you have a bad heart, and I know if you have bad lungs, or if you're in a nursing home in a democratic state, you may not stand a chance. But real quickly, again, the Captain Obvious stuff, average age is 78. Only like 2.7% of the people who have died for this are under 44. Only like 8% of the people are under 55. The numbers are just staggeringly, Captain Obviously, pointing toward this just being a media-created hysteria. Yes, it was an illness, but there was nowhere near what there needed to be for this to be a thing. They're doing the exact same thing to us now on the QAnon thing. They're attacking us from every angle, but people are going to do the research, and they're going to come find pages like this or channels like this, and they're going to see that we aren't what they say we are. We're the exact opposite of that. And then they're going to see that, in fact, what is happening is that Antifa and Black Lives Matter are actually the people who are out behaving the way they're trying to say we are. Most of us, and I'm not saying all of us, because there are people from all walks of life in this movement. Really quickly, big shout out. You know who you are too when I say this. I don't want to name any names yet because I haven't got this person's permission. But I have made a really awesome new friend through this movement. And it is probably one of the last people you all would expect me to have made a relationship like this with. I love talking to this person. We message each other at night. There's a lot of good back and forth. It's perspective I would have never gotten because I just don't have a lot of people like this in my life. But I have truly enjoyed the friendship. That illustrated to me a huge point, though. And this is as last night as we messaged toward the end of the night. It was an eye-opener to me just how many people are in this movement. There are people from all walks of life that are joining this movement. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. There's just the last people you'd expect to be supporting our president and supporting this movement are. And do you know why? I'll tell you why. Straight from my friend's mouth, well, straight from my friend's fingers as they were texting me or messaging me through Instagram, the media made them go and do the research because they painted our president as this big, terrible, horrible monster. But then as this person started to do their own homework, like many of us and like a lot of people joining the movement now, you just find out that it just isn't true. So yeah, guys, I get it. When you see this bad information or you see all of us being attacked or you see that we're getting kicked off of platforms or all these different things, yes, there are some negatives to be taken from that. And yeah, I could see how some of you would be like, man, this is just getting bad. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to stay out here. Maybe they're going to get rid of all of us. They won't. They just won't. I have more faith in you than that. If they get rid of RedRacer video, 2 more of us will pop up. I know some of you guys out there will be like, no, this isn't right. No, they're not getting rid of Jared. Okay, they got rid of Jared, but I'm going to start using my voice. I know you all will do that. I have faith. I have faith in humanity that we will prevail. Leading me to my next point. Another thing that's freaking a bunch of people out today, the Steve Bannon stuff, right? Steve Bannon has been a very vocal supporter of our president for a good deal of time now. He got popped, and it's looking like, or they're claiming that he's like campaign violations or funneling money or something. I don't have all the facts yet. I did listen to the president talk about it today. The president basically kind of denounced the dude. It sounds like he didn't necessarily say, yeah, he's guilty, he's scum. But he did say that the deal that they're talking about Steve Bannon being involved with, it's a bad deal. The president said, yeah, I actually know about that deal. And I was kind of outwardly or vocally against the idea and didn't like it when they were talking about doing it. I haven't actually. To everybody out there, just because somebody gets on TV and supports our president doesn't make them homies. I could get popped tomorrow for like crossing the street the wrong way, or I could get in trouble for not wearing my mask in a place and they could try to make an example out of me, or just something stupid, right? And you bet the local news is going to be like, local QAnon conspiracy theorist, friend of Donald Trump, caught up in whatever, and they would just run with it, right? It could potentially be nothing, or Steve Bannon and Donald Trump are not like buddy-buddy. Donald Trump came out and said, I don't like hang out with the dude. I haven't actually seen or talked to the guy in quite a long time. Yeah, he's been a supporter. I don't love every single thing he does. This happened to be one of those things. He then went on to mention what Steve Bannon has done over his career, and I think he did that on purpose. He mentioned that Steve Bannon was a Goldman Sachs bigwig for a long time or whatever, and I can't remember what else he mentioned, but our president never mentions stuff on a whim. He never just like drops little things in like that. I could be wrong. I feel like that was the president's way of maybe pointing the finger at Goldman Sachs a little bit. Maybe that's his way of bringing some attention to Goldman Sachs. Maybe that's going to make some people go down that rabbit hole. I don't know. I don't know what it means. But the fact that he brought it up to me means something. And the fact that he didn't like go out and defend Steve Bannon also to me means something. Because when the president doesn't think that he agrees with something that's being done, or he's up against the other side of it legally, or you've got the court against him or whatever, he's pretty vocal and he's not afraid to say it. And it didn't feel like he came up and stood out in defense of Steve Bannon today. So I've had numerous people today text me about the Steve Bannon thing and message me about the Steve Bannon thing. Relax. The media is going to take it and run with it like they do everything. But because Steve Bannon gets popped, it has really honestly almost nothing to do with our president, even though the media is going to tell you it does. Just relax. We got to stay even keel. I know and this is going back to the beginning a little bit. I know it's really easy to just be like, man, really excited one day and then just really depressed another day. And then, oh, this is a great day. And then, oh, this is a really bad day. We got to stop. Like, that's the biggest thing I could try and get you guys to do. And the reason I say that, this isn't a judgmental thing. And this isn't a me instructing you thing. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am as roller coaster emotions as probably anybody at times. Like, we all have our moments. I have found the greatest peace in all of this, personally, in doing exactly what I just asked you folks to do. Try to not live emotionally day by day through what is happening in the media, through what is happening on the television, through what is happening even on RedRacer video or anything else you follow. Let your heart be your guide. Calm down. Just take a deep breath. Smoke a bowl. Whatever it is that you do, do it. Because things are going okay. I know they look bad. I know they're scary, but they're not as crazy as the TV is making it out to be. What is happening in our country and what our president and our administration and the military and everything that's going on, the child trafficking, just all of the stuff that is getting zero coverage while they try and focus everything on the pandemic. That's a perfect illustration. What is actually happening in our country, the things that are actually important that we should really be paying attention to, the media is giving zero coverage to and giving zero attention to. So you should do the same to them. Don't give them your attention. Don't give them that power over you. Don't let them control you like this. Don't let them set you off. Don't let them calm you down. Don't let them have that power. You do that. You control that right here. You got to just remember, I know the trust the plan thing sounds played out right now, but trust the plan. Kevin Kleinsmith pled guilty. Obamagate is real. Obama, Biden, everyone underneath them, all the AG, just everyone, the head of the FBI, the head of the CIA, all of these people are screwed. It's over. It is over. I know that a lot of you out there won't believe me, and I know a bunch of you are probably already breaking your keyboards right now telling me how crazy I am, but I don't care. They know what's happening. They know the writing's on the wall, and that's why all of this is playing out. That's why Joe Biden's pretending to be he's acting like his head is full of oatmeal. Because if he's lost his mind and he can't remember anything, or he's too crazy to flip and get a sentence out, they're not going to be able to prosecute the dude. He's going to use that. He's going to use insanity. He's going to pretend he doesn't remember stuff. That's going to be his defense. Or that's going to be how they usher in Mike Obama. You're right? Like, it's just remember, it's all optics. And I say this to people a lot, and people go, what's optics? And they think that I'm just trying to brush them off. I'm not. It's optics. It means they are just trying to paint a picture. They are giving you something else to see that is not real. They're doing something to make it appear another way. It happens on the daily, and it doesn't stop. Our president, really quickly before we finish, I want to touch on one more thing because I know this is something the media is going to run with. Now Donald Trump's taxes have to come out again, right? The Supreme Court already said, no, you guys are clearly out just on a fishing expedition to look for anything. No. But now they got it into a New York City circuit court that is full of Democrats, and now they're going to try and push his taxes again. I don't care. It's not going to be a thing. And between me and you, I couldn't care less what's in dude taxes. All I know is since he came into office, all of the things that he's doing are really good for the American people and really bad for American politicians. And that's what I want. And everything the dude told me he was going to do when he got into office, he's done. We've got like 300 miles of wall that they swore would never get built. They did it. They've denuclearized countries. There is peace in the Middle East. North and South Korea are at peace. Name it. Name all the things that never were going to happen. He could not possibly do that he's done. And then on the flip side of it, on the other side of the token, sorry, I got a little mush mouth there. Let's consider for a minute what Democratic cities are run like right now. What do the Democratic cities look like? Have they had any improvements? Or are those cities being run into the ground? Are all of the people that have a half a brain, no offense to everybody's got to stay, I'm not knocking all of you, but a lot of people are bailing from these cities. People are bailing from New York. People are bailing out of Hollywood. People are bailing out of the blue states. One more quick note. The blue states, I love this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got sick of packing shirts today. But I got great satisfaction out of seeing that the vast majority of the unmasked shirts, one more time, RedRacerVideo.com, that says unmask to reveal the true nature of, expose. Go buy one of my shirts, please. It's really funny when I pack these because I see obviously where these are going. You know where all my shirts are going? California, Florida, New York, and obviously a lot of other states too. And to everybody out there internationally, I'm sorry guys. I want to give you guys shirts too. I don't want to not help people out in Canada and my neighbors and everything. It is a lot of hassle to try and go out of the country. And there's honestly only like a handful of people asking. I don't know if I'm going to. Please don't hate me if I don't. But anyway, sorry, squirrel syndrome. Going back, these shirts are going to blue states. The blue states are not blue. I am firmly convinced after seeing all of this and after the response I'm getting from you guys on the channel and on Instagram and buying the shirts, these blue states are not blue. They have been stealing the elections in these states for I can't even imagine how long now. I am convinced of that. I'm just convinced of that. So to everyone out there in the blue states holding RedRacer Video down, thank you all so much. I sent so many shirts to California, New York, Democratic states. Guys, we are in for a rough ride still. There is still a lot to come. The time leading up to the election, and then I think a short time after that election, I fully believe that the people that's lives are being ruined and that are going to die for treason, that have a lot of money and a lot of power, are not going to take this laying down. They will stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, and including burning this country to the ground and killing men, women, and sleeping children to get what they want. Remember who's on whose side. When the media is telling you the crazy QAnons are out there telling you to kill people, when we're actually telling you to love your neighbors, stay calm, be peaceful, relax, while Democratic cities and governors and Antifa and BLM, and they're actually out doing the things we're being accused of. Keep your head straight, keep doing you, stay focused, stay level-headed. I love you all. Thank you for supporting the channel. One of the 3 links below. Thank you to everybody who helped me do like 67, I think, orders last night and today. I love you all. You're amazing. I will see you guys tomorrow. RedRacer video. God bless America. Flags out. New shirts coming. Hang tight. Thank you guys.